lads that are going to kick us off. They've come all the way from Dublin to be here tonight, so please give the first lad a welcome. His name is Colm, Cavin.
How are you doing?
Hi. Good.
This is lovely, very informal, isn't it? It's like doing a gig in me granny's living room. If it was decked out like where you'd sell Harley Davidsons and stuff like that. So, I'm Colm Gavin. I just want to say a big thank you to Damien and to, I believe it's Mark. Is it Mark?
Yeah.
And Chris. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, thanks for, yeah. So make sure I have all the names right. I'm going to do a couple of original tunes. I'm going to kick off with one. I was doing a couple of shows in Massachusetts a few months ago. The promoter that had a few of us over there had us in a place called the Seaport District, which is kind of like the Docklands in Dublin or Cork, but there isn't a hell of a lot to do, so you've just got to find your road out of the place to get into the city. And that was a place called Summer Street, and it was a memorable experience to say the least, so I gave it a little tune behind it. This is called Summer Street Rag. Old black bones and cherry pop, the weasels got new teeth. There's a new dance craze called the tiddly hop that they do on Summer Street. Licorice, Cool Whip, apple pie, take your monkey where the sun don't shine. Child's Atlas powder to make you itch down the Mason-Dixon line. It only rains, it never pours, soak the socks right off your feet. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. They say howdy not Haiti on the boulevard, now the chapstick grin you'll meet. Count your pennies in your pockets with your fingers crossed when you walk down Summer Street. See a bread truck, blue buck service boy do the can-can jig for free. Never makes a dollar, but he keeps the dime every night on Summer Street. Well, it only rains, it never pours, soak the socks right off your feet. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. Sweet Lula May, she'll drink a health to you. Pours the finest rye whiskey in town. Like a lobster pot in a sailor's knot. Walking backwards, leave upside down. There's a booth they call Baby in the sandwich line with a tattoo on either cheek. He plays Piggy in the middle with a gherkin on the fiddle every night on Summer Street. And if you see my lady, brother, don't be shy. She's a sucker for a friend in need. She's the finest shot put around the Seaport District and the toast of Summer Street. It only rains, it never pours, soak the socks right off your feet. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. Take you probably to the jolly old cannonball when you walk down Summer Street. Thank you. So apart from the solo work that I do a lot of songwriting for other artists as well. And there are certain days that I kind of confine to songwriting days just to break up the monotony of the week sometimes. And in one particular instance, last Thursday, I was writing a song for somebody who was requesting kind of a song for an irascible young child. And so it wasn't too specific about what name they'd like or what they wanted it to be called. So I had something and sent it over. And the following day, Queen Lizzie passed away. And the song just so happened to be called Elizabeth. Completely unintentional. I don't have those kind of psychic powers. But the following day, there was a radio program over in Madison, Wisconsin. And on one of my earlier records, it's called The Voice for the Urban Darlings. There's a track called Sailing to England, and the refrain in the song is sailing to England to sing for the Queen. So on the show, the host gets to the end of it and plays this track, Sailing to England, and says, and that was Colm Gavin's tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth. Strange to hear it from an Irishman, which wasn't the intention at all. But anyway, so the song was written with someone else in mind entirely, but I thought since it's gained a little bit of reverence, I'll play it for you here. It's called Elizabeth. Elizabeth, child of a dancer betwixt and between, child of the woodlands, for better or worse things unseen. Each day beginning, unwinding like it never ends, drenched in the sun as it pours down your blonde curls again. It's always the same, it's wrapped in your name. The courage to fly or to fall, to win or to lose your own game. Hold you forever and ever and ever again. Well, the wind in the woods show the time and the place where it ends. Constantly fearing both hearts reappearing, the light and the love in your eyes. Elizabeth dear, before the rain clears, let's start over again. Turning your head to the news, crying chivalry's dead, it's a ruse for cruel hearts to you. I only smile when you're angry to see if you laugh, like the picture of us now preserved in a framed photograph. It's always the same, it's wrapped in your name. The courage to fly or to fall, to win or to lose your own game. Hold you forever and ever and ever again. Will the wind in the woods show the time and the place where it ends? Constantly fearing both hearts reappearing, the light and the love in your eyes. Elizabeth dear, before the rain clears, let's start over again. Before the rain Grabada. So I recently had the opportunity to pitch a couple of songs to Disney and Nickelodeon and a few kids animation programs and stuff like that. And there's a lot of red tape that goes into it. You send it on to one person who says it's going to have to be viewed by somebody else, and this music supervisor to this music supervisor. But the whole litany of writing the songs was actually quite fun. And so the way I pitched them was I did them in the voices of the characters who would sing them. And so I'll give you a little sample of it here. I'm going to do about a minute of, or a little bit less of each. And the three characters that are in it are SpongeBob SquarePants, Kermit the Frog, and Ernie of Ernie and Bert fame. And I'll preface each one of them just so you know whose voice I'm doing, because they're all quite similar. So we'll start off with a bit of Ernie. Desperado, this side of Captain Do. There's no one in this world that makes me smile quite like you do. What would I do for a buddy
buddy like you. A buddy like you, a buddy like you. Betwixt in time, two of a kind compadres through and through. If every second spirit would mean a lifetime, just us two, that's what I'd do for a buddy like you.
Ladies and gentlemen, SpongeBob SquarePants.
What does it take to be a pal? Is it someone who'll applaud when no one else is listening? What does it mean to be a friend? Someone tough to fight your corner, even when you're losing. A shell of gold on which I can depend, trailing right behind me till the end. Gary, boy, am I the lucky one. Gary, loyal and true and so much fun. Teammates, you and I, how time sure loves to fly. For me and my bestest pal, Gary.
Mr. Kermit the Frog.
Here comes that only tune you sing when you're kinda blue. That's something I can't do, and I'll tell you why. There's a bright yellow sun today, and red's the sandbox where buddies play. But nothing's melting these tears away for one such as I. If I had the choice, I'd be aqua, cerulean, mauve, or magenta, it's true. I'd take tangerine stripes for a day in the life of a dreamer whose dreams all came true. Give me lavender, violet, turquoise, or scarlet. I'll think of the things I could do. I'd do anything to be anything other than green. After a long summer day, playing tag and climbing trees, it's time to curl up in my blanket, close my eyes, and count some sheep, 'cause as much fun as it is with my pals all rough and rowdy, I love when the sun says adios and the moon says howdy.
Vermont.